guests and things of that nature, especially if you're a guest from the R2L network. So we got Dave from Dave's the Doghouse joining us today to talk about this Canelo big reveal. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start the show. We're gonna bring Dave in and we're gonna get it cracking. Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Hey,
Hey, ain't nothing, man.
what's up, Dave?
Got Dave back putting dudes in the doghouse. So
I'm back here to talk about a little bit of boxing as a fan. I'm excited to be back on. Appreciate y'all for allowing me to be back on here again. I said that the last time was going to be my only time, but hey, I felt like I had to come back after I put Canelo in the doghouse.
Right. Yeah, man. So what everybody's talking about right now is Canelo's big reveal, the circus that surrounds it, and basically, I mean, for me, it was lackluster. It wasn't really. I don't know. He kind of said nothing. He went on Azteca, said, "I'm not fighting a Mexican." I thought that's kind of a slap in the face to me. You go on Mexican news and say, "I'm not fighting a Mexican." I don't know, but he still has no opponent. Cinco de Mayo or that weekend is coming up. A little over 2 months now. Fellas, what you think about? We'll start with Dave or whatever, but what y'all think about the reveal and what I'm saying, just the disappointment in no news really.
Trash. That's what I think about it. Trash. I don't get what the point was in him doing all the way he was doing. Like, okay, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend. May 4th is supposed to be the date. It's no official date, but it's supposed to be May 4th. And you don't have a fight right now, and all the people you're supposed to fight, you're basically making excuses as to why you will not fight them or can't fight them. The only one I understand is Bud. Like I get Bud because he has to jump up 2 weight classes in order to fight you. And I do think that most people will say if Canelo wins that it's going to be because he had to jump 2 weight classes in order to be able to fight Canelo. So I get that. And if you look at their walk around rate, Canelo's bigger than Bud is. But the only other fight that I really don't understand is David Benavidez. So he's an American fighter, but he's also Mexican and Dominican. So I don't get the point in him not at least giving him the opportunity to fight because David Benavidez is the one that I feel like is in line to be able to challenge him for that belt. He's proven himself multiple times, and he dominated his last fight. So I feel like he deserves the opportunity, but Canelo is just bouncing around, not really saying who he's going to fight. We just know it's going to be an American fighter. We don't know exactly who it's going to be. He said it's not Bud, so that counts him out. He said it's not David Benavidez because they rejected the $55 million offer that was supposedly sent to the Canelo. So it's not David Benavidez. So who is it? It's not Muaga because he's not an American fighter. So I don't get it, and that's exactly why I put Canelo in the doghouse because I feel like instead of him fighting somebody who. And it's not that we want him to fight. It felt like it's the most respected fight out there. You're the best. You're supposed to be. I consider him the pound for pound best fighter in boxing. And if you are that, you should be fighting the best fighters. And you can't, Canelo. You can't talk about Floyd not fighting the best boxers when you're pretty much doing the same thing now.
Yeah, yeah. You got a point, and I'm just as disappointed as you because it's like, why not give Benavidez a shot? The Mexican monster versus the king of pound for pound, 168 on Cinco de Mayo. That's a good marketing scheme right there. And then for Benavidez, I can see his frustration because it's like, okay, it's never been a game where you fight all the levels to get to the boss, and then when you get to the boss level, the boss ain't there. I've never seen that in a video game.
Me neither. Me neither. You play Tekken, you know exactly who you're gonna fight. You play Mortal Kombat, you know who the last fight is. Like you know exactly who it is. And wrestling, it might be, and back in the day, it might have been Stone Cold or The Rock or Triple H. I get it, but it's boxing. You know who's the best in your class. It's Canelo. And Canelo just like, nah, I'm good. It don't
Yeah,
make sense.
he just and then Canelo is my favorite pound for pound, and I do want to say this don't look like him. You know, it's something that's going on. I don't know what it is. If it's legacy, I mean, he already done made his mark. You know what I'm saying? Get the fans what we want to see, what we want to pay to see, and get that trio going with Benavidez. I can
Exactly.
understand not getting Bud, but um, who else do we want to see? I know I don't want to see nobody else.
I don't either. I seen him dribble already, so we saw that already.
And
It
I'm
could be David Benavidez.
yeah. What you thinking, Ty?
I'm thinking, okay. There's only one fighter he can fight. While I say he's not fighting, I'm not ducking Benavidez. There's only one fighter. There's got to be a rematch, but it's gonna be a long time rematch. It gotta be Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement to fight him. That's the only way. I'm not gonna say he's ducking him. That's the only way. That's the only way
You
he'll get more money. That's the only way they're gonna say he beat somebody good. That's the only way. So
I can't believe you said
he's
that.
American, so it
Nah.
better be Floyd Mayweather. If not, then he's ducking.
Nah.
Hey, if I'm not gonna lie though, if that was to happen, that would probably be the biggest fight in history.
Right.
I-
It probably would.
I'd be disappointed if that happened. I mean, come on.
I
man.
would be too, because I'm not
Yeah.
watching that fight.
Nah.
I'm not.
So,
I'm
Tony,
sorry.
who you be disappointed in though, Tony?
Both of them though, for real. Like, come on. Hey, at some point, Floyd, you know what I'm saying, he my favorite fighter. Y'all know that. But you're done. He's done. You know what I'm saying? He's done in the boxing game for real. So to have that, nah, man. Like, nah. I wouldn't even want to see that. I would protest against him doing it and try to convince him if I could not to take that fight. Like, I don't even want to talk about that. Nah. That don't even make sense. I mean, that's ridiculous. If now let's go here. Let's go with this question. Canelo, let's take Benavidez out.
Okay.
Who is next up to? Actually, you know what? We're gonna take Benavidez and we're gonna take Bud out. So of the guys that are left, 68, we know 70, 75 is almost set with the who what was it? We got the 275 belts is about to be pound for pound undisputed there. They're set. He's not going back up. So therefore you got Berlanga, which I'll just wait. Berlanga, you got Morrell,
Munguia.
Charlo, I guess, is in the mix. Of those three, what's left? Which one do you want to see?
Munguia. Because
Oh, Muhammad.
Huh?
Yeah. But he
Oh.
Mexican.
But I mean, still, like I know. He say the details is like it's supposed to be an American fighter, but we don't really know anything right now. I'm not even gonna pay that no mind.
So
But
let's take that
Munguia
out.
is, huh?
Let's take out who we feel like it ain't him and it ain't Bud and it
Okay.
can't be Mexican. Now, of what the pool we got that we think is left, what's there?
Floyd.
All right.
That's it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's not
Other
Floyd.
than Floyd, I think probably got to be probably it's mandatory. David Morrell. That's about it. But
That might be it.
I don't know.
I think it's likely to still be Charlo. I really
Oh
do.
Lord,
I don't
no.
want it. That ain't the best fight, but I'm just saying I think it's likely because you're looking at.
Well, according to Charlo, they haven't received anything.
Yeah. That was like, what was it? The same week, couple days after he said it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It doesn't make sense because I don't think he gives Morrell. I don't think he gives Berlanga. I don't think of those two or whatever, he doesn't give them a fight because he gonna give them the treatment that he gave Benavidez. You too young, you ain't did nothing yet. Y'all fight it out. You know what I'm saying? He got that going on. He said that many times, but he said that to Caleb Plant at a certain point. He said that to the Charlos at a certain point. Y'all ain't fought nobody, you ain't did nothing, fight it out. So if we thinking, and I think those are better targets. I think Berlanga and Morrell are easier fights to him. But I think he's still like, nah, y'all ain't ready, so we not doing that. So I really think just business-wise, we're not talking about what we want and who's the better fight and all that. Let's just be clear. Sometimes you got to be clear, especially with these dudes on YouTube. You got to be clear what you're saying. I'm saying business-wise, it could be Charlo because they in the same, promotional situation, not really promote, they managed by the same guy. And I think that's likely to be the fight.
You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, Tony.
No,
But
you
you
good.
know what? If he fight Charlo, I'm sorry to say this. He's my. I love Canelo. I really do. But that's some sucker stuff right there. How you
Yes,
gonna
man.
fight?
Thank you.
How
You
you
thinking
gonna fight
exactly what I was thinking,
Charlo?
man.
Charlo fought underneath the undercard in
Yep.
the Benavidez fight.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
yeah.
no, no,
Now
no,
I
no,
get
no.
it. I get it. But think about this. When we talk about the matchmaking, like it's no different of him fighting John Ryder. Or what's the other dude across the pond, the tall dude that he knocked out to the got him to the stomach a few fights before that. It ain't no different than that. It's just we all are familiar with Charlo. So we like, man, come on, man. But then you go throw a John Ryder in our face when the same situation and the same guys are around. Munigma was around, Benavidez was around, Berlanga was around at that time. Charlo was around, and he fought John Ryder. And I don't want to hear nothing about no mandatories because we see what the WB is allowing him to do now. So it is what it is. He threw that in our face, and it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's no different than him fighting a John Ryder versus him fighting a Charlo, because that's just what they do. They get their money, they do what they want to do, and they make the rules that they want to make, not that, it makes sense. So we got, what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we want him to fight the better people, but I just think it's likely that they doing some weird stuff right now. And like I said, he got 2 more fights to his contract. It's weird. I'm just betting that it's going to be a PBC fighter.
Oh, that's what
Uh,
it is, though. That's what it is, Tony.
Yeah,
You just
I can
said you
see
just
that.
solved it.
yeah.
He
So
got
it's
two
like
more fights left.
2 fights,
Mhm.
new PBC Amazon situation. PBC trying to get that money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's
Okay.
going to be a PBC fighter, and that's why I'm pushing more Charlo than anybody else. Not saying that that's the best fight. Dang, niggas in
No,
the
Joe,
comments,
that
man.
is not the fight we want.
Yeah,
That's the fight. That's the fight you want. That is not the fight we want. We
nah,
want Canelo versus David Benavidez. That's what we want.
yeah, he ain't, that ain't happening.
Well,
Clearly,
I guess
yeah,
since they signed a deal, it would be smart to go ahead beat up Charlo and hit Benavidez for the last fight.
yeah,
That would be smart.
because
If that happens, then all right, cool. But if
because
that
that
ain't happening, man, I don't know.
yeah, and that's what I predicted a couple shows back. Because if you get him with a PBC fighter in his last contract, and let's just say it's a close one, like so you put Benavidez last in September, there's a chance for rematches. So he has to fight a PBC fighter again outside the contract. You see what I'm saying? With a rematch clause. So he's gonna have to fight a 1-fight deal, or what have you. Or if he signs with somebody else, maybe he'll have to, what I'm saying, they'll still have to pay, what I'm saying, at the zone or what have you. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's definitely was a
Whether
certain.
this is overdue or not, I'm sorry, I want
No, go
to
ahead.
reply to this comment. Whether it's overdue or not, I don't care about it being overdue. We just saw what he did against his brother. I don't see.
Spoiled milk.
Man,
It's
yeah,
just
we see. No matter of fact, we seen him fight Benavidez Jr.
exactly
And no, that's a no. We don't. You want after seeing that
no,
performance?
no,
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 no, no. And,
no.
and when the last time you seen Benavidez Jr. fight? Shoot, probably since he fought Bud, and that was a long time ago.
Exactly.
And that was a PBC fight. That
Yeah.
was there because it was like, let's get this money. See, like we got to also to look at the aspects of the business part of it too. It's
No,
like
that's
it was no reason for him to be fighting him, and yet he fought him.
you right.
It's that money.
You absolutely right.
Man, look, if he's not gonna fight David Benavidez, just go ahead and fight Frank Ngannou. Everybody gonna fight him now. So just go ahead and fight Frank Ngannou. It don't matter, man. He's not fighting no one that can
But you know
challenge
what?
him right now.
You know what what I also see is that I know we're gonna talk about it later, but that move, if the Benavidez does, that's gonna look crazy if he wins that fight and get a title shot after that.
Yeah, because he's fighting I don't remember the guy's name, but he's looking to fight Bivol, isn't he?
No, he's fighting.
Well, the
I
winner
his last
of
name.
The winner of that fight. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
because he'll be
That's
in line for at least one of the 4 belts after that. Once he beats Vodstick,
Garvey,
yeah,
whatever his name is. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
he'll be in the line. So
I totally I tried to say it on my show. I botched the heck out of that name.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was trying to say.
yeah, man. So Canelo, you owe us something. Time is ticking. I mean, it's coming up on 2 months. We need something. We need the word PBC, we need something. We need a fight. We need, you know what I'm saying, to be sipping Coronas on Mexican Independence Day, you know what I'm saying, watching you fight, bro. So we need to do something. But Dave, you know what I'm saying, hit us, let us know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. And you know, you can end your last with, you know, this circus, and you know what I'm saying, where to holler at you at.
Well, I mean, nothing's really. Well, I do have something to, I guess, to kind of sort of announce. I announced it before on my own show, but I do have a mental health podcast that will launch April 1st. So that's totally outside of sports. It's just a strictly mental health podcast coming from my own perspective. I am not a health professional. I'm not a therapist. I don't have any of those clarifications. This is strictly personal and all coming from my own perspective. This is not to say that what I do is exactly how it should be done. I'm just speaking from my perspective. Um, it's going to be called Healing the Mental. So if you see my YouTube page, that's what you see. I'm going to start promoting it really soon because April 1st is when I'm going to launch. But that's the only really announcement that I have for that. My brother will be he will be a guest on Dave's Doghouse this Wednesday. So make sure you tune into Dave's Doghouse on Wednesday. I don't have I have some candidates right now already, but I haven't put my list down already. But Canelo, I am on the boxing show. I am on In the Red Corner. And I made this call on my show, but I'm going to make the call now. Canelo, you are in the doghouse.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Thanks again, fellas. I appreciate it. Thanks for allowing me to be on your show. I will continue to, do everything in the background for you, but thanks for allowing me to be on.
For sure.
All right, Dave.
Won't be the last time.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, man. So that we got that out of the way. Canelo, you kind of disappointed us, but we're gonna move on from that. So what we got